I'm TQ.
I'm JQ. This is JJQ.
JJQ.
And we are
the Q brothers and son, right? Your son.
He'll be a brother.
Yeah. Hopefully soon. Get working. So, we are here to sample a new fragrance we have, 8 and Bob. So this, I just love the story about this. JJ's interested in it too, but so 8 and Bob, the story is in 1932, I think, this French aristocrat's son, Albert Fouquet, is in France and meets a young American by the name of John F. Kennedy, who was touring around the country, the south of France, in a convertible. And he becomes enamored with the fragrance that he's wearing, and I guess basically he immediately started asking him to make it for him, and he didn't want to do it, but his charm persuaded him, so he agreed to leave some hotel samples at the hotel, and there was a note basically saying, this is, something like this bottles all the French glamour and personality that your American something lacks, or something like that. But they became friends, and so he took it home to the United States, and basically everyone wanted some. So he wrote a letter to him thanking him for the samples and saying, could you send 8 more, and if your production allows, 1 more for Bob. So
his brother, Bob.
Yeah, his brother, Robert Kennedy. So basically, it took him a while. He said he was such a perfectionist that he couldn't find the bottles he wanted, but eventually he found the bottles he wanted, he made it, and sent a note calling it, putting the name of his funny request there, saying 8 and Bob. And unfortunately, the guy who created it, Albert Fouquet, died in 1939. So this was kind of lost, but eventually this formula was recovered. And so what we are going to smell is apparently the complete original formula. Yeah, we don't have to spray it on JJ. But I just think it's a pretty cool story, and so awesome. for JFK aficionados and fans alone, this might be worth having. And then the other thing is, we'll smell it and then I'll show you something cool about the label.
No, you can't eat it, but you can smell it. So this is
super fresh.
It's very very Kennedy. It's like very like you know, New England. It reminds me a little of like of Newport. It reminds me a little bit of Polo.
Yeah, but not the greenest of Polo. It's just clean, and I would say that there's a bit of oak moss in there.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's in that vein of cologne.
In other words, super preppy, rich.
It's very preppy. This is like, you know, like people who sail wear this.
Yeah, exactly. Or people who want to smell like they sail.
Yeah, I mean,
which is definitely, I like that.
Yeah. It's very sea inspired.
Yeah, there's a marine note, there's some oak moss.
You want to smell it? What do you think?
It's green and clean. Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure.
It's green and clean and refreshing, and a bit of soapiness in there too.
It's really, I mean, it feels classic. It feels classy and classic.
It feels like, look at this man. What, you want it? Here, chew on this part.
Shout out to Life Factory for the teething.
Yeah. So, I know we are the only people who reviewed. We're probably one of the few people who reviewed 8 and Bob on video, but we're definitely the only one who's reviewed with a teething baby on the lap. It's not typical. So,
hold it, buddy.
Anyway,
it's really good.
It's great. But so here's another cool thing. So it comes packaged. This is the box. So when he was sending it, this is the coolest part. The Nazis were intercepting shipments and cargo from Europe to the United States, and so what they did is, in order to avoid detection and confiscation, they packed it in a book. So when they released this, they essentially made a real book, and the fragrance,
it's very Shawshank,
is inside. Yeah, I know. It's very prison chic. It's pretty cool. But this is the bottle of fragrance is inside the book, and then in the beginning of the book, it's actually a book, and in a bunch of different languages, it tells you a more detailed version of the story that I just told you. That's so cool. I just think is really cool to just, you know, It's what a great, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right, and they did.
It's a great gift.
Yeah, and just
right? Like, who wouldn't love to open that and be like, what is
this? Is like a classier seersucker too. It's like so preppy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know,
it's like black and white, but it has the perfect pattern of seersucker. It's like, it's just great. So, and man, like, you would never, I defy anyone to smell a guy who's wearing this and say it doesn't smell good. Yeah. There is no, this is one of those ones where there is no bad on this. Like, you may be like,
maybe it's not my favorite.
Yeah, like, it's clean good is the worst that you can say about this, but we've had a lot of people, we've had no problem selling this. Like, you
and
just
as it chills out, the alcohol chills out, you get a little bit more of the mossy earth tones.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is nice.
The oak moss and maybe like a touch of lavender, like green lavender.
Sagey kind of lavender. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I like it.
Minty kind of lavender almost.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what actually smells like that is like sage and basil are kind of in that.
Yeah.
You know, where they get almost the terpenes or whatever it is in them are like so strong that they almost get minty. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, 8 and Bob, that's it. Kind of hard to beat, I have to say. We can barely keep it in stock.
Really?
So, yeah,
that's blind.
Yeah, it's good.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Great story too.
Yeah. Cheers.